Fellas, don't say anything about my voice. I want you to think in your mind's eye. What is the most broken video game character there's ever been?
Meta Knight!
I know you thought it was Meta Knight, didn't you? You're a Smash player. I know you are. Well, maybe, but do you ever think Meta Knight was broken on purpose? What if a game character was broken by accident or was broken because the game was bad? These are the characters that were the most unintentionally broken in their games. What's your favorite? Are they on the list? Let's find out, shall we? I'm on fumes.
I want you to go back to the year 2001.
And it starts with Smash.
GameCube was a very well-respected console with some truly innovative titles in its library.
Name one.
Chief among them was a title that would unknowingly conceive one of the largest competitive scenes in video game history.
Oh, here we go.
That game is Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Boo! Boo! Move on to the new game. What a sick intro, though. You guys are making fun of the Melee yell. It's good. The announcer for this game is crazy good. I'll give it up. Maybe it's the better game.
You have Roy, the slower yet stronger Marth clone with flame properties added to his attacks. You have Ganondorf, who bizarrely was a clone of Captain Falcon for some reason, but just a bit more on the sluggish side.
You know what's weird? I played Ocarina of Time a few years ago, which feels like a funny phrase that I say. I feel like I say that all the time. I played Ocarina of Time a few years ago. I didn't realize Ganon was such like a wizard. Like, he has a lot of powers. I only knew Ganon from this. So I was like, all right, he's just really strong and big. And then he did a fucking spell at me. I was like, bro, it's magical. He done came out the painting.
One of these new clone characters was Pichu, a smaller, weaker, and lighter version of Pikachu. But there's one glaring issue that highlights why Pichu is viewed by many as one of, if not the worst character in the entire game. A grand majority of his attacks actually cause Pichu to inflict self-damage.
Right, we know. This is a Smash channel. We know this part.
And for years, Pichu remained that way. A joke character with little to no competitive viability.
Oh,
but then
I see.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was
I see
released.
where we're going. Okay.
However, in the early days of Smash Ultimate, Pichu was considered one of the best characters in the game, and broke not only the will of tournament players, but also the controllers of his opponents.
Was that unintentional? Part of me feels like they had to have known. They had professionals balancing the game. Renai and QB were making the game. Earth made the game. They knew that. AMSA made the game, dude. You think they did? Oh, he spiked his controller so hard. Wait, where are they playing? I've never noticed they're playing at Hogwarts. What the fuck is this? Where are we?
This is what I'm going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
Characters that, at face value, seem fairly unimpressive, but upon further observation are ungodly overpowered. To the
Harley
point where it
Quinn?
makes you wonder how the developers didn't notice their
Codsworth?
strengths the first time around.
Hey, you know Father's Day is coming up, right? Did you get your dad something? Don't worry. This video is sponsored by Ridge Wallets. That's right, Ridge is here to help make Father's Day gifting easy. Ridge has wallets, key rings, travel stuff, kits, anything you need for dear old dad. Now, I know you guys have heard about Ridge Wallets before. Everybody talks about them, especially on YouTube. And who wouldn't? I got this brass one right here that they sent over to me. Very nice of them. It's got a very slim profile, which is good because it could go into your front pocket, not your back pocket. And then if you were born in the 1800s and you still use cash, there's actually a money clip. Is that it? You clip your money right in there, if you're into that sort of thing. And it's not just wallets either. They sent me this fancy key ring. The keys go right in here. They stop it from jangling. They got something for your key fob if you got one of those fancy new cars that don't use keys. It's also in brass. It matches the wallet. These things go great together. It's a great kit. Speaking of kits, check out the website. They've got stuff for fans of any NFL team. Does your dad love the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh boy, do I have the kit for him. Tell him it came from Coney. Is your dad not into football? Wow, that's weird, but that's okay. I got other stuff too. Just go down the rest of their site and you can see all kinds of great designs for fans of color, more just gunmetal. If you want some carbon fiber, there's some stuff there too. Pretty much anything for anybody that ever has a wallet. Thanks to Rich for sponsoring this video, and check it out for Father's Day. They've got some great sales, and I'm sure your dad's gonna love it. Okay, back to the video. Go back.
Red Riding Hood and Prince Charming versus Puss in Boots versus Pinocchio.
This announcer, oh shit, Madagascar, I played that.
Just about every notable Shrek connoisseur will tell you that Shrek Super Slam is among the flatulent ogre's best games.
It's bad. It's real bad. It's Power Stone, but bad. There's a weird time where a few companies were like, I want to make Power Stone. No, I want to make Power Stone. And now Power Stone's dead and nobody wants to make Power Stone. I miss that.
Now, when you think of a Shrek fighting game, who do you think would be deemed as the top of the pack? Maybe it's the titular ogre himself, Shrek. Maybe he'd get blessed with a case of main character bias. But no, it's actually quite the opposite. He's actually seen by many Shrek Super Slam aficionados as one of, if not the—
Why is he so dainty? He grabbed his toes. Who animated that?
She's got some bullshit in there too. Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood. At first glance, she's nothing to worry about, but put her in a competitive environment and she's an absolute monster on the battlefield.
You know what's really funny? So I hosted a platform fighter mystery tournament at SmashCon. This game was in it. The moment I announced it was this game, I saw two people bring out their phones immediately in what I can only assume to be Shrek Super Slam tier list. Because this game, the infinites are like everywhere. You can find it very quickly. People wanted the advantage fast. By the way, at SmashCon, I've got another event I'm doing, but you won't be able to look up tier lists. I can't wait. I'm sorry, Supernova. Whatever.
Her hurt box is extremely small, more so than a grand majority of the roster, making it tough to even land a hit on her. Her Super Slam, a special move that you can perform after filling up a meter, is a behemoth of an attack. As she kneels down and evokes the power of airbending, as she conjures up a whirlwind with the destructive force of a Category 5 hurricane. Why does she do this? This is the same game that lets you play as a sentient egg and a unicorn named after a bacterial infection.
Anthrax!
Why did they name him that? Like, this was around the time where that was, like, a real fear, I think. Like, this wasn't a joke. This was, like, an anxiety of millions of Americans. Yeah, imagine a unicorn in a game now named COVID, right? That's a little insensitive.
These apples are the bread and butter of her moveset, allowing her to chain combos like she's starting a food fight.
I can't
there
even tell what she's doing.
There are 3 different attacks that can utilize apples, and all of them have at least one good use case. That doesn't sound like much, but in Shrek Super Slam, having 3 attacks that can actually function in the heat of battle is a significant advantage.
Oh, shit!
And of course, because Red Riding Hood just somehow wasn't powerful enough, she has a 0-to-death infinite that, from what I've read, works on a grand majority of the roster. In fact, as of this video, she's the only character in the game to be outright banned from tournaments.
Well, yeah,
to put that into perspective, Meta Knight in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, despite his immense power in the game's roster—
Why we always talk about Meta Knight, bro? Why y'all always want to talk about Meta Knight?
Was not banned on a widespread scale. Let that sink in.
Damn, he got that right, though. Most people say Meta Knight was banned. All right. Yeah. This guy was banned in my house.
GoldenEye 007, or as it's more prominently known, GoldenEye 64, set a new benchmark for licensed games when—
Did anybody else think this looked like a colored pencil when you were a kid? You see it, right? Yeah. Duracell battery? Wait. Now I can't unsee it. Yep, welcome to my world.
One of the most fondly remembered aspects of GoldenEye 64 is its multiplayer mode, which, funnily enough, was made in secrecy in a mere 6 weeks before the game's launch.
6 weeks? I miss video games. They would just do this shit in a month. God, now it takes 8 years to put out Overwatch.
In the multiplayer mode, you can pick from a variety of characters, some of which weren't even seen in GoldenEye, but in other James Bond movies. The character that really sticks out is Oddjob, who has the distinction of being the shortest character in the game, despite the fact that his movie appearance shows that he's of average height.
Why did they make him small? He wasn't even small in the movie. If you guys don't know, he's impossible to shoot. You have to, like, aim down. That's like the gimmick. It's harder than it looks.
Perhaps it was made to highlight the dichotomy between him and Jaws, the tallest character in the game.
Jaws is awful, but he scared me as a kid. I didn't know why his name was Jaws. Apparently in James Bond, it's because he has metal teeth. But imagine seeing this when you're 8. Horrifying. Oh, hell yeah, get him on job.
GoldenEye 64 has a subtle lock-on mechanic that generally aims at the chest to head level of a character whenever you pull the trigger. But whenever you shoot at Oddjob, you instead fire bullets at an area just above his head, meaning that you cannot kill him by simply shooting him.
And he's fast as hell, too. He's not faster. All the characters are the same speed, but he's moving. He's just doing this. Look how tiny he is.
Wipes away your health in a few clean shots.
He's not small in the movie. Why is he small here? Imagine being this guy. Bro, what is killing me? What is that?
Any player who picked him was almost immediately deemed a cheater and was subsequently uninvited from the following gatherings.
Yeah, we would kick them out of the birthday party. No more Pizza Hut and Pepsi.
Right as rain, sir.
Broken?
It's all well and good as long as we're together.
When it comes to the Fallout universe, these aforementioned friends come in all shapes and sizes, ranging from an intelligent and well-spoken—
Fuck this guy, dude. I hate this fucking guy. Why? Do you guys not know the ending of Fallout 3? Basically, the end of Fallout 3, which is going to get remastered soon, so sorry to spoil it. They fixed it in DLC, whatever. At the end of Fallout 3, there's a big radiated chamber, and you have to turn on the water. And to go in there, you have to go in there, and you're going to die because you're going to get radiated, but you turn on the water and you save the world, right? Except, this guy is a companion. And not only is he safe from radiation, he heals from it. It helps him. So if you're like, hey, can you go in there and hit the button? He says, no, this is your destiny. You do it. Fuck that guy. What do you mean it's my destiny? Literally an entire race of people that can do it. It doesn't even have to be him. You could have gone outside and given somebody 1,000 caps and been like, bro, can you hit this button? Also, he never mentions destiny. Yeah, this is not like a spiritual character. This isn't like a God-fearing mutant that believes in like the after, like he doesn't believe in fate. He's just randomly really poetic right now. Oh yeah, you could also decide if you want to get somebody else to push the button and the game fucking hates you for it. If you're like, I don't want to kill myself, how about you go die? It's you do it, the game is like, oh, bro, how could you? Ron Perlman in the end credits is like, and so the wasteland died because of this pussy who didn't want to die. The water got turned on and the world was saved, I guess. But this pussy-ass bitch wouldn't kill himself.
At first glance, you just wouldn't expect Codsworth of all characters to be such a dominant force on the battlefield.
What does he do?
He's constantly upholding a fairly chipper attitude, which usually doesn't equate to ruthless killing machine. However, when you look at his stats, Codsworth is no slouch. His melee attacks are surprisingly
Holy
effective,
shit!
cutting through enemies like they're made
Oh
of
my
paper,
God!
all while keeping his jovial and courteous
Jesus
demeanor.
Christ.
He has the third highest strength of all the companions in the game, only being bested by X688.
Why is he so
That's
fast?
where Elon got it from. When Fallout 4 released, many saw Codsworth as a strong companion to have alongside you in the early hours of the game, but at the halfway point would begin to falter a little bit. However, when the Automatron DLC released, Codsworth became a different beast entirely. See, the Automatron DLC gives you the robot workbench, which grants you the ability to craft your very own robot or add modifications to already existing ones.
Oh shit. 10 strength, 10 perception, 10 endurance, 10 charisma, 10 intelligence, 10 agility, 10 luck.
Codsworth goes from good to great, as you can suit him up with whatever robotic
God.
upgrades you can get your grubby little hands on, turning him from a convivial yet dangerous fighter to a war machine with a prim and proper British accent. And in
Holy
terms of
shit, he's a
yet
tank.
dangerous—
He's literally a fucking tank. What? I didn't know you could do that.
Or you can go all in and completely overhaul him to the point where you now have a giant tank who demolishes raiders with pinpoint accuracy and tells jokes about algebra just 5 minutes later.
Relationships are a lot like algebra. You always look at your ex and try to figure out why.
That's pretty good. No, I kind of like that. You don't get it. If you don't like it, you don't get it. They're axes. No, that's not it. It's finding X and Y. I was thinking about axes earlier because we talked about X and Y axes on the multiverses thing. Guys, I'm tired, okay? All right? My bad. I'm sorry. Bro, you need some rest. I know. I'm working, okay?
Okay, Donut Dunker.
Oh, yeah, you could play as her.
You gonna bring Ivy to me, or am I gonna have to get her myself?
Bro, punch her.
The Batman
You gonna bring
This guy is so scared. Hit her, dude. Wait, is that a woman?
me, or am I gonna have to get her myself?
Dude is scared. Bro is playing Tekken.
If there was ever a character who was a perfect antithesis to Batman, well, it would be the Joker. But we're not talking about him today, are we? But if I had to pick a runner-up, I think Harley Quinn would fit that bill
Does she
damn
not
near
ban him?
perfectly. Now, in the first few moments of controlling Harley Quinn, she seems like Arkham Knight's equivalent to a joke character in a fighting game. She's the only character in the game who cannot do silent takedowns because, and I quote,
Quiet ain't in my vocabulary.
"Yeah,
Shut
Harley,
up.
irritation
She's
isn't in my
so loud.
vocabulary, but you're starting to make me reconsider." On top of that, she can't grapple up to vantage points like Batman, or
Damn,
jump with
she's
speed line
agile,
precision
though.
like—
What the fuck? Why is this weird to me that she could do that? Why am I okay when Batman does that but not her? She's not like a circus performer. She's a therapist or something. She's like a psychiatrist, I think. She was a gymnast? Really?
But that jack-in-the-box that I mentioned earlier is easily one of the best gadgets in the game, as it's a remote explosive that attracts enemies to its sound and has a larger blast radius than normal.
What?
This would be just a standard run.
Wait, so you just put that down, all the enemies go to it, and then you blow it up. That's pretty funny, actually. That is funny. This only is funny if you've played the Arkham games. This doesn't make sense otherwise. The games are like puzzle rooms where it's like, okay, I gotta kill this guy, then this guy, then this guy. But she's just like, everyone dies in one hit.
You'll notice this hypnotic little meter on the top left of the screen. Surely this doesn't do too much collateral damage.
Now you've done it!
Oh, yeah, Harley Quinn has something called Mayhem Mode. You fill up the meter, press a button once it's filled up, and unleash the havoc, dispatching up to 4 enemies with an insta-kill move if you play your cards right. And if that were regardless, not having to
That guy
deal
had a
with large
shark.
brutes,
What the
ninjas,
fuck is this?
or thugs coated in
This is
electricity is
1v30.
a really
They have
significant
tasers.
advantage. Appreciating shields, dear
I wanna
God,
play Batman
cause me enough
now.
anxiety as is.
These games are so fun. Yo, what did this guy do? What's this guy's deal? Zoner? Why is he a zoner?
And then there's Stryker, who is quite literally just
Let's
a cop.
go!
And damn it, sometimes that's really
Yes!
all you need in order to be a
Use
competent
the gun,
fighter.
Stryker!
Well, at least I would say that. Except Mortal Kombat characters can block
I love
bullets and
armed
grenades, so his
forces!
lethality is a bit up in the air.
You know, I never realized that the guy with the pistol is garbage. Like, a guy with an assault rifle, like Deadshot or whatever, is broken. But a guy with, like, a 9mm is ass. He's ass in literally all the games. Well, he's just a human. It'd be weird if he was good.
Of course, when a fighting game becomes even remotely successful, you know that DLC characters are on the way. And there's about a 50% chance that they're gonna absolutely dominate the roster. Well, the fourth and
This guy knows Smash.
final DLC
Okay.
character from Mortal Kombat 9 was Freddy
Bro, no
Krueger,
Smash
a
Bros.
choice that absolutely no one was expecting, but everyone was ecstatic about. However, Freddy Krueger isn't a character who fights his victims, opting more for mental torture and fear as a means of weakening his opponent, before going in for a fatal strike. And
Isn't he like ass in Dead by Daylight? I don't know why I know this, but I know he's like the worst in the game, right? Don't ask me how I know that. I get recommended Dead by Daylight content, even though I hate that game. I still watch it because I'm curious. I'm like, this was scary until I saw that one NBA player. Then I was scared. Like, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Bro looks like Wemby. Did anyone order DoorDash? What the fuck? How is he that strong, actually? I guess it's not that heavy.
however, all of that went right out the window when Freddy slam-dunked his way into the roster.
Yeah, beat
he
his
was
ass,
a competitive
Freddy.
nightmare,
Do
both
your
figuratively
magic.
and literally.
Take
as he's
that.
seen by many as one of the best zone competitive nightmare, both figuratively and literally.
He hit the mewing. Raiden! Shh. Why did he grab him just to do that? Why did he grab him to do that? He hit the...
A grand majority of his special attacks are projectiles, each of which can be sent in different trajectories, making it a tense guessing game of wondering what Freddy's gonna be throwing at you next.
I love that whenever like NetherRealm doesn't know what to do, they're like, fuck it, give him projectiles. I don't know. He stands full screen and he throws a gun. He shoots. Does Freddy do that? I don't know. Have you seen the movies? I'm not watching that shit. How many are there? 13!
Even when he's not zoning you out, he's hitting you with combos that can drain anywhere from 38 to a staggering 76% of your health bar,
Get him,
meaning
Freddy.
that once he has his hands on you, he's not letting go.
Beat
Let
his
me
ass,
remind you that
Freddy.
this is the same guy who got wrecked by Jason Voorhees and was absolutely annihilated in a rap battle against Wolverine.
Wait, no, I think... Did Jason win in that movie? I thought it was a tie. Jason won? No, but he winks at the camera, though. Come on, man. Jason was holding his head. Yeah, but maybe Jason was asleep and dreaming. You ever think of that? I was so annoyed when I saw that movie. I watched that in theaters, and I was like, all right, who's going to win? And then they're like, oh, Jason won, but did he really? Does Jason sleep? Jason sleeps, famously. He sleeps a lot. Isn't he only awakened like once every 10 years or something? He only wakes up if he hears people having sex that shouldn't. He gets really mad about it. Mary Jane? Why is she doing the Pepe pose? She's Pepeing. I'm serious. I'm serious, though. The what pose? You don't know the Pepe? What does she got to be so smug about? What is she so smug about?
The Mary Jane stealth sections in the first game admittedly did bring the game's pace down to a screeching halt. They came completely out of left field and contradicted the core gameplay loop that had already been established up to that point. Regardless, Insomniac addressed this criticism by bringing them back in the sequel. What? Why? If it didn't work the first time, it's not gonna work the second.
Oh shit! Holy!
Oh. Yeah,
Get their ass
Insomniac.
back. That's why she was so smug.
This has given her the nickname of Mary Jane Wick on the internet. And honestly, look at these moves and try to tell me that you disagree.
No way. Girls get it done, bro.
You have to understand that while Mary Jane can essentially one-hit kill her foes, Peter and Miles are stuck pounding on enemies for a prolonged period of time like it's the first day of December.
That's a good point, actually. They take a long time to kill someone. Like, you have to hit a guy like 20 times. Hey, let's go subscribe to C-Shift. Give it up for good movie. Good movie. What was your favorite? Mine was probably Codsworth. I didn't know he could be a robot. Let's subscribe now to the channel. What was your favorite, YouTube? Thanks for watching. Sorry about my voice. It'll be better next time. I'm about to go to the Ludwig event. When I come back, I'll talk about it. See you soon. Goodbye, YouTube. See you later. I'm gonna go sleep for 1,000 years.